Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we will be sharing our final thoughts post-reunion about Garrett and Taylor.
Hopefully y'all subscribe, like, share, comment. We gave our final thoughts on Marissa. We gave our final thoughts on Alex and Tim thing. Look out for the Hannah one. That's going to be interesting. And subscribe to the playlist of if you missed out on any of our recaps on the show itself, on the reunion. And Blair, overall, what was your feeling about Taylor and Garrett, still being married and just overall their relationship? It seemed like they was the only one on the set that was kind of like isolated from everybody else's drama. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I felt like they're the couple that got it right.
Okay.
Not only just because they're together, but their communication was on point majority of the season.
Yeah.
And when it came to disagreements, like they talked through things, they worked throughout their issues, and people took accountability for what they needed to take accountability so that way they could move forward in exploring the relationship.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that they are living in DC. I did voice a concern the fact that Taylor would come on to Love and Marriage DC and want to whisk him off to San Diego.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's kind of crazy to come on the show. And, that's a big ask, basically. And I thought it was fair for Garrett to say that he thought he could do it.
Yeah.
But just after experiencing it, it really was going to be too difficult for him to be that far away from his family. And Taylor had been living in DC for years.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, why not let us start our life, maybe not in Fredericksburg where, where it's kind of like small town or whatever.
Yeah.
But let's definitely move to DC where Taylor was living and just make it our life there.
Yeah.
So I was happy to see them do that. I felt they were good when it came to compromise, conversation. And no, I was just very proud of them. And they just seemed very mature. Like they were the most mature people in the room as well.
Now, put a pin in that maturity because I'm going to circle back to that, right?
Okay.
But there are some people out here that feels like Taylor got scammed, right?
How so?
That she got lied to, right? Let's say you want to marry someone. Let's say you want to marry me, right? Let's say you want to marry me. And I agreed that, hey, I will move to San Diego, right? And this is all pre-wedding. You get what I'm saying? You got a ring, but you don't got a wedding yet. We're not official yet. And then when we are officially married, we don't move to San Diego or we don't move wherever you want to move. And we end up living in Fredericksburg. You get what I'm saying? With hopes to move to DC and things of that nature. Some people feel like, hey, if Garrett said that he was going to move out there, he should have moved out there.
No.
Now, I feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel like, number one, for something that big of an ask, let me go back to my love bank analogy, right?
Okay.
There's a love bank. Right? When you in a relationship with someone romantically or platonically, you have to build up equity in the love bank. Blair may do this for me. Oh, okay. She just deposited some equity in the love bank. I do something for her. I deposited something in the love bank. Oh my goodness, I got on her nerves. I got write a check, withdraw $50, whatever it is, right? Y'all get the whole premise of it, right? To asking me for that when there's no equity in the love bank for you, I feel like it's too big of an ask to Blair point, right? But people would say that, well, don't agree that you would do it then. Like, basically, he should have just basically, because everybody talk about that scene where he was with the friends, and they asked him straight up, like, hey, like, are you sure you won't resent her for this decision? Like, basically, like, this is a big ask. Are you willing to do it? And he said, listen, I'm willing to do it. And some people don't believe that really he gave his full effort to trying to make it work in San Diego. So I hear some people saying that she got scammed into basically like, yeah, we go be in Fredericksburg where like my family is. Do like you feel that way?
No, and I think we have to consider the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
That when they first got together, I mean, it was a whirlwind romance.
Yeah.
They went on vacation together. They were living together. They were going to these parties. They were on, just doing the show. Like, I'm sure it felt just amazing and just electric and everything. And he was just head over heels. I'll do whatever to keep her and to be in a relationship with her. Yeah. And it'll be great. But once the cameras go away, real life starts to set in a little bit more. I think that it's fair to tell your partner, hey, maybe got ahead of myself when I said I was going to be able to do this, and I just don't think I can do it.
Yeah.
And I would rather he say that to her and be honest about where he's at instead of going over there and resenting her and acting out because of it. So
yeah, I think I rock where you are, but I'm taking a different route. I think he had no plans to move out there to San Diego.
Okay. I think he genuinely meant it when he said it, but like he said, they tried the bi-coastal thing and it just was not working.
I think he genuinely was honest, and I'm going to think about it. You get what I'm saying? But I don't think it was ever an option for him to move to San Diego. Number one, East Coast, West Coast prices is different. You get what I'm saying? Especially San Diego. San Diego is a beautiful place, a place where some people would even like to retire. You know what I'm saying? So it just seemed very big of you to ask me to move to San Diego where you don't even have your own roots in there yet. I put it like this: if she, I'm not talking about her family. I'm talking about like if she already had a house out there, if she already had her job out there, and only thing she had to do was plug and play me, I think that'd be easier. But now, like you talk about, we have to start from scratch. You already live here in DC, right? I'm already in Fredericksburg, DC, wherever I am. Our jobs is here, and you really want us to really start from scratch and go to San Diego? I think that's a harder ask too early in the marriage, in my opinion, than actually building some equity. And
I get what you're saying, but I just don't think they did anything wrong, because she said that when she came onto the show, she already had thoughts about moving to San Diego, so she expressed that to him.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was the best and honest thing to do. Like, don't hide the fact that you want to move back home. And, they made the efforts to see if it could work because that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if it didn't work, they found their compromise. But I really do feel like, she went and she expressed what she wanted, and they tried to see if they could make it work. And I feel like that's all you can do.
Yeah.
You don't have to jump out and say, this is what it's going to be 100%. I mean, they tried.
No, I'm saying, I'm not saying that.
I feel like you're saying like it was too big of an ask, so she shouldn't have asked.
No, I'm not saying shouldn't have asked. Maybe that is what you got from it, but I'm like, it is kind of crazy to ask that though.
It is a big ask.
Because my thing is
big.
like, you can ask whatever you want, but you also got to understand the craziness behind the ask. Like, I just met you, right? You was already gonna go to San Diego. I would have thought like, okay, since you're going to San Diego anyway, just forego this whole experience. You get what I'm saying? Besides, because more chances than not, what you're feeling about wanting to move to San Diego, the chance of you coming across somebody who feel that exact same way is almost slim to none. So I would have just forego that whole like, you know what? Thank you, Love is Blind. I was going to move to San Diego. I'll pass on the opportunity. But it's good that she went on with it, and that like, they stayed on the East Coast. Because I also have another theory too, and based off of how people are raised and stuff. When you get married, right? I feel like it's a harder. For some reason, on the man's side of the family, we are kind of taken away from our family, and we just like kind of included in all of the women's side of the family stuff. So when I saw basically how upset Garrett's mother was, and basically like, you met the stranger and you about to take my son away all the way to San Diego, not even to like Jersey. You get what I'm saying? I'm just like, this is basically what happens in these type of relationships. But usually you kind of know the person and grow to know the person, but everybody's like, this is a stranger. So like, to see Garrett basically be like, we're going to stay in Fredericksburg. I was like, you know what? That's actually good. Because it's not like she was living in San Diego. She's been years away from San Diego and things like that. And that's what I meant. Like, she didn't have no roots there. So it's not like she had to sell her house. She was already here. Just stay here and let me be the reason why you stay. Now, I want to touch on that maturity part because only you would know this. Who is the most famous couple of Love is Blind on season 1?
Lauren and Cameron.
Is there a possibility that their position as number 1 Love is Blind couple be challenged by Garrett and Taylor?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Help me with that. Why?
Well, I mean, they were the first.
I understand the first. But...
I mean, it was season 1. Nobody really knew what the show was about. So you had a more genuine feel versus people being casted or reached out to be on the show or whatever the case may be. I do feel like Taylor and Garrett's love story was a genuine love story. But I do feel like because of the timing, it was the first of its kind, that there's really no comparison.
I think they can challenge them, right? I think their love story is quirky enough. They got the same type of tattoo and things like that, basically like science or whatever nerdy thing they got. I think they can challenge them, right? Especially with the way the temperature is around the show, how people are basically coming there for not genuine reasons and things like that. If they stay married, I think they can challenge Lauren and Cam is on the name.
But the thing is, like, nothing against Taylor and Garrett, but like they're not
What are they not like social media
captivating?
Beautiful? Oh, are they kind of boring?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I think that just their personalities and their interests. I mean, I think they're decent people,
Okay.
but I think that for the show's case, they're just kind of like peculiar people. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean, because they're into like science and you know what I'm saying? Like they're not like they're into science. Not to say being into science is like nerdy.
That's exactly
or
what she said. But okay.
But I'm just saying that Lauren and Cameron just had that it factor. Is all I'm saying.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, let us know what you think if they can bump Lauren and Cameron. You say his name is?
Yeah.
Off being number one, Love Is Blind. Truth be told, I don't think they probably want it. I think seeing how everything turned out, they may not want to be associated with Love Is Blind. There's some people that have been on Love Is Blind that don't want to be associated with it and things like that. So I see them. It depends, man. I don't know. Like maybe they may be that couple that don't come back. That's like in the seat with AD and all them. You know what I mean? Maybe they may be the ones that like, thank y'all for helping us meet each other, but no, thank you. We out. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what you think. We will be doing our Hannah, and then I think that will be the last of our final thoughts of Love Is Blind season. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all.
Bye.